I was willing to risk it all.
Yeah. So
and they weren't really willing to risk much.
So by the time you left, almost 3 years later, what percentage of your team was still there?
I would say from my leadership team, most left by that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And we had new leaders come in, largely from the eBay organization.
Mm-hmm.
Again, great people, but career corporate people, right? Not founders, right? Before we had people that were so committed to the vision, to the business, to the opportunity, that they would give it everything they have, just like myself.
Yeah.
We had people in the organization that slept in the offices for days, when we were building Magento. They wouldn't even go home. Obviously, I wouldn't expect that later as the business matures and grows. But there was a shared mission, there was a drive, there was a passion for what we were doing beyond just myself and my immediate team. The employees felt like they were changing the world, right?
Yeah.
And I think for many years that kind of pushed us forward, right, culturally.
Yeah.
And we came into a very different organization. Again, these are career athletes that have a life and their next job and their career progression to think about, and that was just a very different mindset.
But it sounds like you must be a truly inspirational leader if your people wanted to sleep in the office and had that sense of urgency. So what do you think what was the sort of core essence of your view as a leader on how to do it? Was it inspiration? Am I right?
I think, yeah. I think people really gravitated. Listen, I have a hard time talking about myself, to be honest, but I'll tell you that people really resonated with what we had wanted to achieve, right? I think that for many, especially seeing the early traction for what we were doing, was incredibly inspirational for the team.
Yeah.
And I think we were very good at recruiting people that were not only highly capable, but also were great team players, worked well when they're given quite a lot of leadway to lead and drive. We trusted our people. We wanted their input. We did not consolidate decision making. In fact, we really appreciated a lot of opinions. I wasn't the smartest person in the room, and I let them know that, right? So I was very humble about what I knew and what I didn't know. And we found, incredible people that drove myself and the leadership team to be better leaders, by having strong-willed people around us. And this was a moment in time in the market where you could really paint this really amazing picture, and people believe